There is a very, 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 very serious false allegation and false rumor going around now about Mr. Mark Golding. It's very serious. It's false and it's serious. And it is also defamatory. That Mr. Golding got his wife pregnant when she was just 13 years old. And so that makes Mr. Golding a P. And so a P wants to be Prime Minister of Jamaica. And I am going to show you the fellow who started this very damaging, dangerous, false rumor. I am going to show you him. And my advice to you, sir, is to cease and desist. Because what you are saying is defamatory unless you can prove it in a court of law. And Mr. Golding should take action against you, if you ask me. Mr. Mark Golding is married to the daughter of his household helper. When he was young and his parents had a household helper, the helper used to bring the daughter to the house, and Mr. Mark Golding, I catch the daughter and them end up married. And what these people are saying is that they were forced to marry because Mr. Golding impregnated it. Nothing no go so. Nothing no go so. I do not condone certain things like the molestation of little picnic. So nasty little act. However, before I show you the little fellow who started the rumor, before I show you making up lies on Mr. Mark Golding, our opposition leader, I just want to hasten to say this. Let me hasten to say this before, because this is very, very, very important. Up to the 1980s, up to the 1980s right here in Jamaica, when a man had relations 13, 14, 15, it was not, and listen to me good, not, and I write the word not in capital N-O-T and underline it because it is true. It was not considered something wrong. Right here in Jamaica, I can tell you that because I lived it and now hear me hear about it. It was the norm for them to have relations with big grown men. In fact, there was a time in Jamaica when every big grown man not go on with nothing unless them have a schoolers. And big grown men used to go to school to pick up. And they would pick them up in their cars, drop them at school, all kind of thing. It was the norm. It was the norm up to the 1980s, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s. It was considered something offensive for men to have relations with. It was not. I know it is unbelievable now. I know it is unbelievable now. But it was not offensive back then. That's just a fact. That's just plain old facts. And it is unfair to men. Just like what they did to Bill Cosby in America. Bill Cosby used to drug women and have relations, bedroom activity with them. But back in the time when it happened, it was not considered something wrong. In fact, right here in Jamaica, men used to do it like nothing. We used to have a thing named Spanish fly, and it was not considered wrong, unlawful, or anything. But now, then come for Bill Cosby decades later when it is now considered wrong. And so, I say to you that you know, stop the foolishness per Mark Golden name. You stop it. Here is the little fellow who started it all. Same have inside information. See me at chat?
Guys, we just get some information that we have just found out. And we have found one individual using two different names, two different surnames. The first individual that we found is Sandra Banner. Sandra Banner. Also, that same individual used another name by Sandra Airy. Now goes by the moniker Sandra Airy Golden or Sandra Golden. We also later found out that she got pregnant at the age of 30 and dropped out of school. The school that Sandra Airy Banner was going was St. Anne's in downtown Kingston. Downtown as well, would I say. West Kingston, a matter of fact. Right behind a public, what them would I say, right down there, so down the side, down the part there. Okay? So the story start, we get into the bottom of it. And by the grace, we are going to find it. I tell you, say, we are going to dig and we not stop digging until we get what? All the required information about what? That's want to be the PM. So, make we see when we done dig what we find. Alright. Back master now. Back in the late 80s, 89 to 90 this song. Do you know that Backra Master was... Yes, Backra Master was a pet. And that's the reason why Backra Master had to do that snap marriage in 1990. Yes, Backra Master was what? Also, you can call him a child. If you sit down and look on it, have you ever seen a Jew married outside of their quote-unquote religion? You think a Jew will get up and take up a helper daughter and marry to her? Y'all don't think something is wrong with that? But Backra Master is a... And that's why I want to see her with him, because guess what? She's been walking with that scars for years, span top of years. And that scar keeps sticking her.
Sir, I am warning you. Be very careful. You seem to be motivated by politics. And somehow you're so dumb. Somehow you want clout, chase clout so much that you're going to get yourself in serious trouble. Somehow you just want, what do you want? Fame? When you have fame can name, what you going to do with it? Mr. Golden fi slap you with a lawsuit under your backside, make you have to prove what you say. I don't for 1 minute. I don't for 1 minute say that men should trouble little picnic. It is wrong. But there was a time when we did not know that it was wrong. It wasn't seen as something wrong, as I said earlier. And no man up to the 1980s ever went to jail for it. Men were not arrested for it because it was the norm. And so I say to Huno all that before we not judge people based on them activities in a time when those activities were not considered wrong, uno go and do no research, get no facts. Listen to man like me, 119, we have sense. We can't talk sense in our head. Because a whole heap of things are happening now, where back then would have never happen. Like for example, as a man put him on pan him woman, now she called the police. Back then, it was considered the worst thing a woman could ever do. No woman called the police on her man for hitting her. It hard to believe, don't. It hard to believe. Me know. But me live through it and I hear me here so. It was the norm for men to be man back then. And no woman called the police. None. So, I'm saying, let us be careful. Let us be careful. Mark Golding wants to be the Prime Minister of Jamaica. And it is unfair to be spreading these false rumors on Mr. Mark Golding. And Mr. Mark Golding, I would advise you, sir, to come and clear the air. 119